Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest.
We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it?
He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
Yo, what's up? Hey, it's about that time. Shit. Yeah, I probably don't know what I'm talking about. Don't act stupid, though. If you see the title, you know what's up. Don't act like you don't know why we are here. WrestleMania 41. Yeah, WrestleMania 41 is here. It's about that time we can find out who's going to show up and who's not going to show up. Real talk. I got some things that I want to get off my chest too. And before go into the actual presentation, because I know y'all got y'all picks, who's going to win, who's going to lose, and this, that, and the third. There's something that I want to get off my chest. But I get my building, they got something to say too. And this might get a little aggressive. I don't know. We never see eye to eye with the wrestling aspect. And look, don't get it twisted. I don't watch it as much as I used to. Matter of fact, it's been 2 years since I watched it. I got my eye to the screen though. So this hasn't been up in a while. It's WrestleMania season. It's going down tonight. Why not bring this guy up here? Because, you know, he still has the passion for it. So I want to bring you up to the studio, give your intro, anything you want to say to the people. On down. Let's talk about it here.
Salutes. What's good? Oh yeah. Play that theme music. Play that theme music.
Talk to me, man.
Long time.
What's up? It's been a minute.
It's been the rock of ages. It's been the rock of ages. and we back on here, and I don't. For me personally, I don't think it's no perfect time than now. The topic, the day, the weekend, you know how we get down. It's WrestleMania. This is what it's all about, baby. And you yourself have came off plenty of times calling me what you call me, an almanac of this. If I had that on the record, you called me an almanac plenty of times. So this is and what we about to discuss today is only right. So let's
I give you that.
Let's get right into it. I mean, I push you, you push me. Iron sharpens iron. Let's roll.
That's perfectly fine with me. Look, we can do predictions. I don't have a list of everyone who's on the card. I couldn't tell you. I'm not going to be watching myself, but I do know of a few people who are, matched up. I know we have like our differences about this, and the reason why I never give predictions anymore, especially now, is because you already know the shit is scripted. Everything has already been predestined to happen. It's not like when it was the 80s and the 90s and we were still in junior high school and shit, and you didn't know. You didn't have cheat codes. You didn't have people spoiling everything. You really was kind of like, damn, could Chris Jericho actually beat this person? Could this person beat that person? It was like that. It's not like that anymore. So I don't really give too many predictions. I don't even take it as far as to say, well, this person is better than that person, because it's like, well, shit, the way that they have it scheduled is done to make a person look a certain way over the next, whether or not I agree or not. But if you want me to answer any questions in regards to this, sure, I'll give you my own, like, who's going to win or lose based on whoever you name. Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with we're gonna go through matches. We're gonna start with the because you got her on the screen in the background, I believe. We're gonna go with Jade, the newcomer. And we're gonna go against her opponent, Naomi, one of your top favorites, should I say. Naomi is a crossover star. She's a crossover star. She's somebody that comes from another company, and this should be her breakout moment. She has her moment right here. This is her moment to show the fans what Jade is all about. So Naomi is more homegrown. She's more of, WWE's finest. Jade is trying to get there. So she's being the roadblock and not allowing Jade to be accepted. You take it from there.
All right. So look, I always thought Naomi was good enough to be a champion, right? And this is me being completely unbiased. I'm not going to be biased to anybody throughout this entire show. I always thought Naomi was so athletic. I love her in-ring abilities. She's entertaining. She can jump. She can flip. She can bounce. She's got some technical with her. The one thing that I always had a issue with was her personality. it never sat completely well with me. Like, I knew that she would be a good wrestler, she would be a good champion, but she wasn't going to be the type of, oh shit, I can't wait for Naomi to get on the mic and talk her shit. It was never that with her. That was my only issue with her. So with her career, she won the title a few times, and I'm like, cool, but I can understand how come her reigns never lasted very long. I can understand why she ended up leaving the company and coming back. I can understand why she's in the position she's in right now. She doesn't have certain that charisma that would keep her in the forefront, like competing
give me an
at
example.
that high level. Like,
give me an example, sir.
Well, if you put her in the ring with Alexa Bliss, we know she can out wrestle Alexa Bliss. But if you put her in the ring with Alexa Bliss for the title, it's going to come down to not just if she can out wrestle her, but it's going to come down to if she can convince the audience that she is in a better position to win the belt. Because once you win the belt, you have to have personality charm, you have to be funny, you have to be an asshole, you have to make people feel that you're a villain or that you're a good guy. You have to make them feel it. Should make you. So for the belt, Alexa Bliss is probably going to take that one. But if it's a regular match and it's something that ain't got nothing to do with high stakes, Naomi's going to win. That's just my opinion, though. Now, that I'm going off of analytics. I'm thinking, look, people want to see someone who's going to entertain them. You can wrestle good all you want, but if you can't make a person hate you or make them be on your side, then what's the point of me investing you in as a champ? That's why a lot of people never won the belt in the first place. Natalya, for example, Natalya's a hell of a excellent wrestler, but she hardly ever was a real champion at all. All she does is put people over. So if you're talking about Naomi versus Jade Cargill, I'm going with Jade just off of the strength that Jade is better fit. She has a better aura. She has a better package overall, aside from wrestling. As far as wrestling goes, she's not beating Naomi, but she's more popular than Naomi. And the fucked up thing is Naomi has been here longer. She's been doing this longer. She's been in more strenuous matches. She's seen more. So you would expect and assume that Naomi would win. On top of, I know you're going to say, well, shit, Naomi is she's pissed off and she's angry because of certain situations that she's in. I don't think that's going to still work in her favor here. Jade Cargill is just more popular than she is, in my opinion. So I got Jade over Naomi. Now,
well,
I'll start right there. I'll let you pick up.
Okay, I would say with the Jade and Naomi thing, I agree with you. Overall, Jade is the more popular of the two, but this is where Naomi kind of get a little edge with Jade. Jade just started her career in 2020, so she's really only 5 years in the company. You never really gave a history lesson on Naomi. Naomi started out with the Funkadelics. She was a dancer, coming out to my big dude, what's his name, Brodus Clay. She was a Funkadelic. She wasn't really eye-opening far as I want to see her in the ring. I want to see her wrestle. You see what I'm saying? It depends on how you start to get over with the fans. Now, as far as a dancer, yeah, Naomi was all of that. Let's put that on the table. But when it came to the actual in ring, in order to make it, in order to get the fans on your side, so to speak, you have to be able to draw money. And in order to draw money, you have to be able to morph. You have to be able to adapt. And I think that's where I give Naomi the edge over Jade. I don't think Jade has presented herself differently to the audience outside of the look, the aura, and everything that you presented. She has to develop a better moveset. And Jade have yet to get her feet wet in the WWE. Now we could talk about what she did in AEW, but what have she really did in WWE to have you think that this is easy business right here? Because I haven't seen it. So when it comes to Naomi has the experience factor over Jade. She understands character development over Jade. And when you do character development, that kind of swings the audience to your side, because you actually giving them another side of you that they're not used to seeing. They're not used to seeing angry Naomi. They used to seeing happy-go-lucky Naomi. Somebody that you said like Natty just going in and give somebody a good match because she's real technical prowess. Naomi have stated that she's tired of taking a back seat to Jade and Belair. And Belair is where we're gonna go next. But Jade, I think if you ask me, it's more pressure on Jade to get it done, because she haven't developed anything with the audience. We're just talking about her and the audience without the assistance of Bianca Belair. And you can add Naomi in there if you want to, but she haven't did anything catchy or eye opening on her own, and now she get a chance to do that. So we're gonna see what if she can do that, if she can captivate. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and give the edge to Naomi. I think Naomi need to get this one.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've said this from the very beginning. I don't care how anyone feels about this. Jade Cargill should never have debuted as quick as she did. She should have gone through all the calls that everybody else did. Look, I'm sorry. I love you. I think you are one fine specimen of a woman, real spill. But you are not the greatest wrestler. I've seen you botch, and I don't even watch. When you came to the Royal Rumble, that's when I peeped you trying to handle Nia Jax, and that was sloppy. And my thing is, tried that with AJ Styles, and AJ Styles wasn't having that shit. But you're not AJ Styles. I can understand if you had that in-ring experience, but you don't. And to me, you being as popular as you are, when you left the other company, they should have made sure that you were in good standings when you transformed and went to a different platform. They should have made sure that you was good. They didn't do that. So now what we got is someone that's being pushed to be the persona, but the persona and the person in the ring don't match up. So if I had to go with anyone, I would go with Naomi. I would absolutely pick Naomi over her. Naomi should have been just as respected on this totem pole in the women's division as Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, but she's not going to get that title. And why? It's because of politics. It's because she's not as great on the microphone. But this character that she's putting on now, I absolutely love it. I like the mean streak. I do. I don't know how long she can keep up with it or how long she can carry that along, because really, if you're being truthful about it, Naomi is just there. Naomi is the middleman between Belair and Jade. The people want Belair and Jade. No one gives a shit about Naomi. If Naomi wasn't a factor here, the storyline wouldn't make no sense between them two getting into it. So it's like, damn, y'all kind of shitting on Naomi because you're using her to make Jade look better, but you're also using her to bring the other two that people want to see together. You ain't really giving Naomi her flowers for real. That's my issue with this. That's why I don't have her winning this match.
And that's why I give her the edge a little bit, because of what you just said. They have stepped all over Naomi in this feud, and they have put her as the third. She said she's tired of being the third wheel. Now, it's been a long time, but Naomi have held the championship before. Oh yes, she did, and she did win at WrestleMania. What's that, 33? And she did beat Alexa Bliss for that title. Yes, she did. So going back to that point, Alexa Bliss was considered a top women's star at that moment because she had good courage to work. Her mic skills was clearly better. She's a great talker, and she's one of the best talkers in the women's division history, really. But you got to be great on the mic. Jade, I don't think Jade have proven that yet. That's a part of getting connected with the audience. That can be a knock on Jade. Jade can't just get over on all her matches without connecting. She has the look. She has a dominant physique. I mean, she got the potential to be, if she picks up everything, like I said, Jade with the look and everything, and her aura, she got the potential to be Mount Rushmore women's wrestler in the history. She got the potential, but she got to pick it up. That don't mean she gonna get there, but her potential is high. Now, Naomi, she had to transform her personality because her personality was not getting over. Let's just put that on the table. Naomi personality wasn't getting over. It was considered old. If you stay in the character in that business for too long, the fans will forget about you. That's facts. They will not be cheering for you like that. So this new attitude and anger and is bringing out some realism, and the fans eat that up. So what I'm saying is, the more she can hold this character, and the fans will get invested, because it feels like it's another side of Naomi that the fans didn't get to know. And that's what she has on her side going into this match versus Jade. Jade haven't did none of that with the fans. She thinks she could just go into this match and trump her over pretty much what she did in the past. She think the name she made is going to be enough to dominate over here. She was a big fish in a small pond. This is the land of the sharks. So you got to be able to sink. You're going to swim or sink over here. Naomi understands that. She's been in the ring with better competition. Your Charlotte Flairs, your Becky Lynch's, your Bailey's, your Sasha Banks, Belairs. Who did Jade have to deal with compared to what she did? You're only as good as your last match, and I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, we definitely are. It's funny how we're on complete opposites of this, because I guarantee you assumed that I was going to go with Naomi with this one. I can almost bet you were thinking I was going to go with her, but I ain't stupid. I already know how this shit works. The way that I'm seeing it is you want this woman to be in a position to be taken serious to go against Belair.
Mm-hmm.
Her losing doesn't make sense. Not to me. Now, if you're telling me Naomi is going to win, and we can go on to the next match if you want, but if you're telling me Naomi wins, all right.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Naomi wins. She beats Jade. What happens to Jade afterwards? What happens to Naomi afterwards? Does the story align for like how does Naomi's trajectory move forward with a win over Jade versus Jade losing, making there be a delay in this future match?
Well, this is the only reason. Now, on paper, I agree with you. Jade is the future star. She's younger than Naomi. She's with the company once, but you know how this stuff goes. Even if the company picks you, you have to get that over to them. Them is the audience, and Jade has not done that yet. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to Jade losing, I think it'll make sense because you have to get the fans invested. If she haven't done anything on her own and she's been in the ring with Bianca Belair already tread that water before. Jade haven't. So it's easy to cheer for her when she with Belair, but could you get the fans behind you when you're not with her? That's the challenge. I don't think she's done that yet. So to me, I'm picking Naomi. I'm gonna go ahead and solid pick Naomi to win this match. Do I think she's gonna win it clean? No. But do I think she go over? Yeah. She goes over because her attitude changed. Jade haven't got the fans behind her invested. The loss would probably help her get motivated to get the fans behind her, and then she'll make it up later. But right now, to be honest, this WrestleMania, you got to go out there and deliver. She supposed to really been in the match with Belair, which we about to talk about next. And she's not ready. And you
Yeah, let's get in.
Honestly, Jade is not ready for Belair right now. But we can get into Belair.
I'm always going to go with experience.
And EO next.
Yeah, let's do that because
okay.
I saw a clip. People wasn't expecting. Well, from what I'm understanding, Rhea Ripley had never beaten old girl before, and she took the title off of her. Now she's the one that's in the seat. But now you've turned a one-on-one into a triple threat match. How do you figure out who's supposed to really come out on top here? To me, and like I haven't watched this shit in like 2 years, but I still understand the business. Based on the names here, Belair is one of the women that's up here. So is Rhea Ripley. They're kind of like this, right? Belair hasn't beaten Ripley before, but Io Sky, she has beaten Rhea Ripley and she's a champion. But I don't get the impression that she's the most popular out of the two. I could be wrong. Someone correct me, because I don't know her backstory that well. She has to be a pretty good wrestler if she beat her. But I don't think this is even about her. I think this is about putting Belair in the position to eventually see Jade. So if I'm going to pick anyone to win this, I'm going to go with Belair. I just think she has to win for a couple of reasons. She has to win because she's never beaten Rhea Ripley before. If you're talking about the totem pole and the hierarchy in the business, if they even still follow those rules, because I don't think they do at all, a win over her, keep her in good standings, and it would make it more believable that she would be the one to beat Jade later on. You don't want, and these are my predictions, because I got Jade winning. You don't want Jade winning her match and then Belair losing her match, because it's going to look like, well, shit, Jade won, so that means that she's going to be better than Belair because Belair lost. So if lost, that means I don't want that. You want to protect both people, so you're going to have to make Belair look good. Now, if she loses, how do you protect her? Does she lose the match, or does Ripley lose the match to EO, or EO lose to Ripley, and you set it up to where maybe there's an interference and Naomi attacks Belair during the match or some shit, and it just gives you the illusion that shit, she could have won, but somebody interfered, so now we would never know. But she didn't really lose, it was an interference, so you still give her a chance to look good. But you know, that's my pick. Now, I don't know how you feel about it though, but
so what? Before I go back, what finish would you prefer in the triple threat to take place? You picked Belair to win. So what finish would you go with? What finish you think need to happen?
worst case scenario, EO with the title, she pins Rhea because of her interference. Or if you I'm not gonna sit here and act like she can't get pinned. Belair could absolutely lose this match. She could lose the match by being distracted and then get caught by Rhea Ripley in the ring slipping, and then she gets pinned. There's no telling how this is going to finish out. I automatically assume there's going to be an interference. So either interference from Naomi, or you're going to get a reintroduction of another woman coming back. I don't see this being a clean triple threat match. I don't.
Well, on that note, I agree with you. It's been too much controversy to even get the triple threat match booked. But as a fan, I feel like, I'm kind of robbed a little bit with this match because I didn't win the Royal Rumble, but she did win the Elimination Chamber to get to the WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley was the champion. All she really had to do was beat EO. And you would have had the one-on-one that everybody really wanted to see really from a year ago. So that didn't happen. EO, Rhea Ripley was locked in on the winner, the Elimination Chamber winner, which was Belair. It cost her her belt. She used her rematch clause, and which she deserved. She held that title more than any woman so far. So she deserved that rematch clause to set the triple threat up. I get that. But if you go off the history, three of them, all three of them came from NXT, which they put out there that Rhea Ripley never pinned EO. Io has been pinning Rhea. But then if you flip the script, Rhea has been pinning Belair in NXT. So if you ask me, Belair needs to win for two reasons. She needs to win because she's undefeated at WrestleMania. That's one. It'll be a lightning feud if she wins and she goes straight to Naomi or Jade coming down the line, maybe at a SummerSlam or something like that. That's money. That's more money drawn. And for the other reason, she needs to pin Rhea because Io has already been pinning Rhea. So I don't think that should be the finish. I think it's going to be a great match, but I think Belair is going to have to, reach down deep, and she's going to have to pin Rhea Ripley, because if she does that and keep her her main event, her WrestleMania record intact, people might wonder, or maybe she should pin Io, maybe, because maybe WWE want to leave that down the line for Rhea and Belair to get it on for the belt. But either way, I think Belair. I'm picking Belair to win this match. She got to win it. And we'll set some bigger matches up down the line. But yeah, I think they need to do that.
I got a strange feeling that that's too predictable. I think the majority of us expect Belair to win. So I'm gonna change my prediction, and I'm gonna say Io retains the title. I don't know why. I don't know how. I just got a feeling it's gonna go that way for some reason. Just because everybody assumes that Belair is gonna win because she's undefeated. Now, if she does, I'm proud of her. Congratulations, because I fucks with her heavy. You know what I'm saying? I want her to win. I just don't think that's going to happen. WrestleMania is one of them places that's supposed to be full of unexpected turnarounds. You don't know what you're going to get. And The Rock said in an interview a couple weeks ago that what we think we're not going to get. So I know The Rock understands this shit. He's behind the scenes personally overseeing most of it with Triple H. So we'll see, though. We'll see. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all.
We're gonna move on to another match, but back to that match. One thing, Rhea had the belt. Rhea had the belt for a while. I don't think Rhea's gonna win because she had that belt so long. She split it with Liv Morgan for a little bit, and then Io came in at the end and got it. Io was the champion last year. Belair did this thing with Jade, the tag team titles. She did with the 6 women's match last year at WrestleMania. So she's really been real nice to the women's division. She really had. So off the deserving point, picking Belair to win this match, because she the only one haven't touched it. Rhea have had it. Io have had it. Belair needs to hold it now. It's time for her to hold it. We could probably decide something at SummerSlam, but she did a good thing with Jade and helping Jade out. Now she sacrificed her career a little bit for Jade. Now you put the mantle back on Belair. So I'm not changing. I'm leaning to Belair. Belair really do need to win this match. And it would have been better. It would have been better if it was 1-on-1, but it's a championship match. Belair haven't lost in the WrestleMania. Let's see what she got. I'm going with Belair. Next match, the battle of the battle of the generations, and it's real person. We got champion Miss Tiffy Time versus the unprecedented Queen Charlotte Flair for the title, and it's a little personal. This is a little deep here. It can go either way, but I'll let you go first with this one. This is crazy.
For those of you who don't know, I'm not really a big fan of Charlotte Flair. When they came over to the main roster, her, Sasha, Becky, Bailey, I was ecstatic. I was ready for them. Like, we needed women who knew how to wrestle, because the Bellas, to me, are trash. The Bellas were some of the most horrific in-ring competitors I have ever seen. And it was like a refreshing cup of water. I needed this. When I first laid eyes on Charlotte Flair and she did the figure 8, I was like, oh yeah, this is about to be somebody special, because she could actually get down in that ring, man. I was all for it. And then at some point in time, they turned her into this invisible, I can never lose a match, I can get every single women's title opportunity known to man, and that turned me off her, because it was like, damn, you got all of these women on the roster and you telling me y'all can only rotate around Charlotte and Becky, Sasha. You telling me y'all don't have nobody else, and mind you, Naomi is there too. Naomi wasn't brand new, she was getting in with these motherfuckers too. So it's like, damn, y'all, every time you turn around, Charlotte Flair is getting a title shot, Charlotte Flair is getting a rematch, Charlotte Flair is this. Like, oh shit, all right, I see what's happening here. Now I'm not really interested in watching her too more. And I'm not saying she can't wrestle. She can fucking wrestle. She has some of the best women matches in history, in my honest opinion, hands down. But she's boring. She's boring. She has zero personality. She has the personality of a fucking Twizzler straw. She has the personality of a windmill waiting on air to fly by and make this shit spin. I'm Charlotte Flair. I am the daughter of Ric Flair. Woo, woo, woo. That's her. That's her every week. And so I'm just doing little flashbacks of just little shit that I didn't like, and I saw excellent matches. The back and forth with people on the microphone, not really feeling it. But you got her going against, oh, what her name is, Tiffy Time.
Tiffany Stratton. That's her,
I don't
that's
know
her
what the fuck a
catchphrase,
Tiffy
though.
Time is. No, I know, I get it. I just it's like, bro, I understood what the Brooklyn Brawler was. I understood Val Venus shit. I understood Trish Stratus faction. I understood that shit. The Tiffy Time thing, I don't know nothing about her, to be fair. I'm going to tell you, I got Charlotte winning. I think she's a better wrestler hands down, point blank player. Everything else aside, it's a draw. I don't think either one of them has a great personality at all. The only thing that I can base this off is their in-ring. And in-ring, Charlotte hands down 1,000,000 times over. I don't know nothing about the personal stuff. I don't know nothing about the history between them. I didn't even know there was a history between them. So you're going to have to fill me in on that. But I do got Charlotte winning.
That's understood. Well, the Tiffy time is a catchphrase, catchy thing. Her name is Tiffany Stratton. She's coming from the new era of the NXT Women's Division. She was the first call up. They got another 4 horsewomen breeding down there, and she the first one to call up. Now, the history with her and Charlotte is simple. While she was working and getting her experience down in the NXT branch, Charlotte was taking a look at her and stuff like that. But people were saying she's getting compared a lot to Charlotte. She's blonde, long hair like Charlotte. Her attire is somewhat similar to Charlotte's, and she got tired of people comparing her to Charlotte because Charlotte was considered okay. She's the best. She's the measuring stick of the women's division. She's the one that everybody want to inspire to be and all of that. So we get all that. So she is at a point now, at a level now that she got the belt, that she wants to separate herself from the great Charlotte Flair. Now, Charlotte is coming in off an injury. She had a massive leg injury that kept her out over a year. She missed last year's WrestleMania, and she haven't really been the same since. When you have a catastrophic injury, man, your movement and all of that, you got to be careful about that when you're in the ring. Now, make no mistakes about it. She is the daughter of Ric Flair. Charlotte got all the moves. I give you that. The figure 8, the snap near, the moonsault. But this girl here that she going against, she got some of those same moves too, and she can perform. She's a performer. She is no lackluster in the ring. Now she's younger. She's younger than Charlotte. But if Charlotte leg can hold up with the experience, she should be the favorite to win this match because she's coming back. It's for the championship. We already know you can't say Charlotte Flair without mentioning the championship because her name goes right with the title. So, but this is a must win for Charlotte at this point. I'm gonna pick Charlotte because she got the experience, she got the big name. Her father's Ric Flair, but this chick she going against, this woman Tiffany Stratton, she the future, dude. She the future, and she gonna be around just as long as Charlotte already been around. So keep that in mind too. So that's the edge. Maybe she need to beat Charlotte to prove that to the company. Maybe this is a passing of the torch moment if Charlotte leg can't hold up, but this is Charlotte. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna bet against Charlotte. I'm gonna go with Charlotte in this match. She need the title. I pick Charlotte.
How dare you?
Hey, it is what it is, bro. I do agree she does need to win it, but
I'm not sleeping on the young girl though. She got her.
We're gonna find out.
Years. And if Charlotte do win it, it's gonna be it's not gonna be no cakewalk. It's gonna be something similar.
It's gonna come down to experience.
It's gonna come down to her making a mistake. That's how she will lose this belt. She's gonna make a younger mistake. Charlotte ain't gonna make that. Especially when it comes for the title.
That's how I would tell the story.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so all the matches we've been covering, bro, was women. We had to get them out the way. Me personally, I wanted to do the women's matches first because if you go off the history of WrestleMania, they don't never really get their flowers in the past. They never really been featured like that. Maybe a match, if that, and that's all they ever got. But now, today, we looking at it, we get 2 days of it, and they get more exposure. They ain't used to have this type of exposure. In the storylines, I'm gonna say that the storylines is what make the match. They didn't have a chance to build stories up, so that's why I wanted to do that with the women. But we're gonna go on, and we're gonna move to another matchup with we're gonna go Jey Uso and Gunther, man. Championship match, world title. It's gonna be the first match tonight.
This is
it's about to come
interesting.
on. It's gonna be the first match tonight.
That's gonna be interesting.
Gunther has been a dominant champion. Let me say that he's been dominant. He dominated the Intercontinental title with all them days he kept it, and he's dominated the world title. He hold a victory. He hold a very impressive victory over Randy Orton. So I have to acknowledge him on that. So I got to give him his flowers with that. He ain't no paper champion. That's one thing I can say. He ain't no paper champion. He's somebody you got to take it from.
You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give you my pick, right? I want to give my flowers out to the Usos, though. You know why? Because they did the tag team shit for a very long time, and it was hard for me at one point to see them doing anything outside of each other because they were so cohesive as a team. They did a lot in that tag team division. Them and New Day, they remind me of the Attitude Era. Just off of, we didn't get too much respect on the tag team division around between like 2006 and up. I think that's where it started getting a little shaky and it wasn't as prevalent. But the Usos whole theme, all that shit was like on point with me. I always rocked with them because of how good they were in the ring and just their gimmick. All of it was cool. To see them do things outside of being a tag team is impressive to me. I don't know why I doubted it because both of them are pretty decent on the mic. Pretty decent. I'm not even mad at either or. I think I'm not sure if it's Jay. I think it's Jay. I think Jay has a little more than Jimmy does. But either way, they did what New Day couldn't do. The minute Big E got injured, they were fucked. Because Xavier Woods by himself, he ain't doing half of this shit. Kofi by himself ain't doing this. And he won the belt. But I think the Usos, either they just had better tutelage and grooming, or it was just something that's in them and they ran with it. So to see this match, I'm going to go with Gunther on this one. I am. I think Gunther is he just seemed like he don't fuck around. He reminds me of Koslov, but a champion version of Koslov. Koslov was never going to win the title, but Koslov was a hell of a good wrestler, and he was mean as shit, and he was aggressive. Jay has the personality to be a champion though, and he's pretty good in the ring. I don't think he's a better wrestler. I think they're probably kind of on par with each other to a certain extent. I wouldn't be mad at either one. But I'm gonna go with Gunther, whatever the hell you call him.
Well, yeah, Gunther's a tough cookie, you know, to figure out. I mean, I will say that about him. His gimmick is straight up his wrestling style. I've been watching him for a few years. I thought he had let up. First, I gotta commend Gunther on the weight loss, because he was bigger than what he was, and he really did some conditioning. So I gotta salute him with that, to work on his look, to go with the in-ring prowess. His in-ring prowess is one of the best of all time. I can put him in the ring with the likes of Kurt Angle, Bret the Hitman Hart. I would love to see him in the ring with one of the greatest technical wrestlers, Chris Benoit. That would have been nice to see. I put him in that category. Like, the man moves is legit and it's impactful. His chops is like all time. You can put him up there with one of the greatest chops in the game. Well, he got the best chop in the game today. But it's still a business. We talking about in-ring. And in the business of wrestling, it's still about drawing. You got to draw. And I don't think nobody in the company today has learned how to do that recently than Jey Uso. He's the best in the game doing it right now. He went from the Usos to the Yeet. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's behind the Yeet. It kind of reminds me of the what happened 10 years ago, 11 years ago with the Daniel Bryan storyline. Had everybody in the crowd chanting yes. Well, now you got everybody in the crowd chanting yeet. And for him to do that after being with the Usos tag team for 15-something years and get to that level, you got to reward something like that. Now, I will say this. It does help that Jey Uso had a big cousin on the level of Roman Reigns, that we're gonna get into that a little after this, but it does help that he got that rub. Certain superstars, sometimes they need a rub to get the fans' attention. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that he needed his help with the Usos. The fans know Jay and Jimmy as the Usos, but when he started calling him the right-hand man, and people were behind that, they wanted to know what that mean. When they called him main event Jey Uso and all of that, now it's time. You know what I'm saying? You get your challenge. Gunther is the best challenge for him. It's for the belt. And don't forget that his father is Rikishi. Rikishi came close, but he never quite got that. And that'll be huge for Jay. So with that being said, WrestleMania is all about moments. You know, I think Gunther got more moments than Jay. I'm going with Jay. I think Jay is going to pull this off and get this championship. He's going to have to pay for it, though. But I think he's going to get it. I'm going with Jey Uso with this match.
It really could go either way, honestly. My biases aside, he is a very talented wrestler. My pushback is due to the fact that damn near all his family has positions of power. I don't like the fact that The Rock has the ability to pretty much give him the W just because that's his folks and shit. That's my only slights in him. You lose some points for that shit. If The Rock wasn't there, then this would be like, all right. But because you got The Rock up here, it's like, this shit's gonna feel a little tainted to me. And shout out to Gunther too, because before Sami Zayn came along, that man had one of the best records with that Intercontinental title. Like, the Intercontinental title didn't have much prestige to it for years. And what he did with that, yeah, I'm like, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So we're not even going to sweep that under the rug. Like, with what he's done, ain't no way this match is going to be easy at all. So you're right. It's definitely going to be a war. Who has more momentum based on how the fans kind of feed off of energy? Jay, definitely. But I'm still going to go with Gunther. So we'll see what happens.
All right, and we're gonna close this. Might be another one out there, but we're gonna close this with the final two, closing the show tonight. The final two main events. We're gonna first start with the triple threat. That's gonna be tonight. It's the final match. It's the main event. It's Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. And then CM Punk, this is his first ever main event. That's what he's been striving for. That's one of the reasons why he came back. He never main evented a WrestleMania, but he's gonna get his chance tonight. This is his first main event. Who you got? And not to mention, Paul Heyman has switched from the corner of the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to go back to being a Paul Heyman guy. CM Punk tonight. He's gonna manage the best in the world tonight.
Oh, this is gonna be a goodie. Seth is not winning. Off the rip. He's not winning. Seth Rollins is only there just because, like, come on, man.
Okay. It's all about storytelling. Go ahead.
To be honest, I like the fact that they did incorporate him and CM Punk's little feud. I could see why he's there. It's just he's never been that person to me. He always seemed to be trying too hard. CM Punk, I want to see him with the opportunity, or I would.
And not to cut you off, I'm gonna let you continue. I meant to add this to the match. It's now being reported that the winner of the match will go on to be the number one contender for the championship.
Well, yeah, that's where I was alluding to.
Okay, so that's what's on the line tonight as well.
Looking forward, going into my time machine, who do you want to see face the possible winner between Cena and Cody Rhodes? Who makes more sense? Why? Y'all tell me y'all thoughts about that match. I'm going to tell you my thoughts about that match. This one particularly, I got CM Punk winning. Roman Reigns has had his championship run for over 2-3 years. This nigga has the cheat code in his pocket. He doesn't need any more championships as far as I'm concerned. CM Punk has been out of the company longer. His beef and his issues with the company, all the drama, all the ups and downs, his in-ring work, his mic work, like him, don't like him. CM Punk can carry the title, can carry a show, can keep an audience. He doesn't need you to make the main event. He is his own main event with whoever he decides to step in the ring with. You compare Punk, Reigns, Rollins. Only 2 of those names can do this and come on at the end of a show. Punk, Reigns. Nobody is checking for Rollins in a main event unless the other person is a bigger name than Rollins. In my opinion, the 2 that stand out the most is Reigns and Rollins. I don't like Reigns. I can't stand his guts. I hate him. Not literally hate him, but I'm not a fan of him. But even I can admit that he's a bigger star than Rollins. The only person that could have made it even questionable is Ambrose. If Ambrose was here, it would be a different conversation. Then he would probably be third. It would be Reigns, Ambrose fighting for this little thing, and then it would be Rollins. That's the hierarchy for the Shield to me. But I got Punk winning. I think that it's going to be either Punk versus Cena, because Punk expressed that he wants to face Cena one time before he leaves. He said it out of his mouth that that's the match that he wants with him. However, him and Cody Rhodes, they've had their back and forth too. The thing is, they can still have their match. They can have their match after Cena does his thing and whatever. Like, for me, y'all might not think he deserves this 17th. You may not think that he deserves to win this match. This is his last one. He's done. But I want to see Cena versus CM Punk. I'm not going to get Cena versus Stone Cold, but we can get Cena versus CM Punk. I don't want to see. I don't know. It's like I don't want to see a repetitive feud, but it's like the way that is kind of set up, you're going to probably get that anyway. But who would be better for him to leave the company with or against than him? That's just my thoughts. It's going to be a great match. Rollins is probably going to be the performer of that triple threat, though. I'm making fun and talking shit about Rollins, but he's going to be the one who puts on the best performance to me. But I still got Punk winning.
All right, so here we go. It's co-main event time. So here we go. This match can go either way. It's a highly anticipated match. It's the main event. You got you got three of the best wrestlers in the game. But going back to what you said about the drawing power, I think that's where Rollins kind of fall off at when it comes to drawing. Because if we talking about drawing power and who draws the most money, we going CM Punk, we're going Roman Reigns. But the only reason why they're even in the ring together is because of Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is the reason why they're both in the ring. Now, I can honestly say that I would have been satisfied with maybe Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Once again, the triple threats is so crazy. I would rather go with a one-on-one Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns because they need to get that out the way. Maybe we're gonna get that later, but I would have preferred that at a WrestleMania. Who knows? We might get it next year. CM Punk and Roman Reigns, on the other hand, it's a story there too, but I just think it needed a little bit more build. The more intense rivalry, I must say, between the three is Seth Rollins and CM Punk. And that match have already took place. They fought on Raw. CM Punk got the W. It was a nice hard fought match. CM Punk went over on Seth Rollins. Then they did it in the cage. So it was a disqualification because Roman Reigns came out. Now, you give Seth Rollins no chance to win this match is ridiculous. I mean, you gotta look at the history. You gotta look at the history of all three superstars, bro. Because if you really want to go back, as you talked about Ambrose, it was the Shield. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Ambrose was the ones that came out, debuted for CM Punk. And who was CM Punk's manager? Paul Heyman. And who had the longest reign back then? CM Punk. And what I'm saying is when they debuted and they put Ryback to that table, you see what I'm saying? They was coming in to be CM Punk's Shield. So it was really all of them was in the Shield together. So the story actually make a little sense with CM Punk. So what I'm going to say is CM Punk is getting the main event spot. This is his first main event. I would go with CM Punk in this one if it was for the title. I'm automatic because he never became a main eventer until now. The only slight I got against CM Punk is that this match is not for the title. But Paul Heyman pretty much hold all the cards when it comes to who walks out tonight, the winner, because if you will turn on Reigns to be in CM Punk's corner, then it's a possibility that he'll turn on CM Punk and have Rollins walk out. Who needs to win more? I'm going to say Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins needs to win more. Is he going to win clean? No, because he's not the bigger draw. But if I say if you take Paul Heyman out this match, if you take Paul Heyman from ringside and you just let all three of them just go, my pick is going to be Roman Reigns because he already got an experience in a main event triple threat match, and he won his main event triple threat match before. So I can't say the same thing for Rollins and CM Punk though. So if I had to pick like that, I would lean to Roman Reigns, but I'm gonna say CM Punk is not winning this match because it ain't for the title. I would put it as a high stakes if he can win. Seth Rollins need to win, and Roman Reigns is the favorite to win. this match. So that's why I'm at. I'm not picking.
I'm not surprised you picked him though. I wasn't expecting you to pick CM Punk or Rollins anyway.
I'm not saying that CM Punk. I'm not saying that CM Punk is not a main eventer. That's not what I'm saying. He should have main evented a long time ago. He would have main evented if he never left, but he did leave though. He left, and when he left, there was a certain somebody in this match that was main eventing, and he was main eventing a lot, and he in this match tonight. So because of that track record, because of that track record, sir, I'm going off the track record, and the track record say that if there's no interference, I'm just saying if there's no interference, but I know it's going to be. I'm picking Roman Reigns to win this match tonight. Do I think he's going to win? Maybe not. I would say if Roman don't win, it's going to be Rollins, because Rollins need to win more than them two.
So you're basically going with the Shield members. Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't think CM
Shield members and the Shield members and the Rock's cousin. Gotcha. Yeah. Hey, it's your pick though. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
We got a lot of Roman Reigns fans.
Roman is.
We'll see what happens.
Roman is super over. Roman is super over. I picked Roman as the favorite. Rollins, like I say, Rollins need to win it, and CM Punk, he gonna get close, but no cigar. Not this one. Now let's go to
the only way CM Punk loses. Well, I'm gonna leave it there because that's gonna turn into something else, and we don't. Yeah,
the only way he lose what? Go ahead, you got it. Why would he lose?
The only way CM Punk loses is if Paul Heyman do some snake shit. That's it.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Paul Heyman's gonna be at ringside, right? So if he's going to be at ringside, he's going to be at CM Punk's corner. What you think? You think he's going to be loyal to CM Punk over Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns? Or do you think he'll join forces with Rollins? Because I think he's going to play a factor in who wins. How about that? Because he is going to be at ringside.
If this nigga goes from
Roman Reigns
to CM Punk to Rollins, that's cold blooded, bro. That's cold as shit. That's cold. That would surprise me.
And now check this out. If it's for the number one contender, I'm going for Roman Reigns, but I'm going to go ahead and pick Seth Rollins now because, like I said, he needs to win, and I know it's going to be some interference. And if it's going to be some interference, it's going to benefit Rollins the most. It's not going to help CM Punk and Roman Reigns. The more cleaner it is, it would, but if it's interference, it's going to help Rollins. So with that being said, I'm gonna go with The Rock getting even. The Rock might play a factor. He might get even with Roman Reigns from last year for losing that belt and make Reigns lose. And Seth Rollins join The Rock and win this match. He need to win this match. He's not a bigger draw than them two. So he's going to have to sell out, and we already know that he got a history of selling out. He sold out to the corporation to win. So with that being said, Seth Rollins is dirty. He's going to do it to win this match. And then you got Cody Rhodes versus Mr. You Can't See Me himself, John Super Cena.
Yeah.
This the last one.
I'm gonna let you kick this one off first.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you kick this one off first.
Okay. So what I would do in a match like this might not be a popular take, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You got Cody Rhodes. We're gonna start with Cody. Cody Rhodes is the WWE champion. Yeah, we like it on here. We like wrestling. We all in. Cody Rhodes is the WWE champion. He main event tomorrow. This will be his 1, 2, 3rd. This will be his 3rd main event. 3 straight years. You got John Cena coming back from Hollywood. Cena haven't been there full time. He's been making movies. He's been doing a lot of movies and stuff. He's trying to come back and he's trying to finish his career. Now, I understand the obvious that, Cena, this is last year, the last time is now, this is last WrestleMania and all of that. I get that. I get all of that. But let's be honest. There ain't no way that this match, this main event right here, is going clean. I don't got it being clean. So if it ain't going to be clean, then let's put the right person in it. If it ain't going to go clean, let's put the right person in it. So what I'm going to do, if I'm booking it, I'm going to insert tomorrow night, main event, I'm going to insert the Viper, Randy Orton, to this match and make it a triple threat championship match. Or I got one even better. If you're not going to do Orton, because we already got one triple threat main event, you go with another one. How about Cena comes out, Cody comes out, and then The Rock comes out. He always said he wanted to get his title, and this would be his way of getting even with Cody. Either way, it's not going to be clean. It's too much been said. Cena want to walk off with his 17th. Cody want to prove he the man. He been the man. All I'm going to say is it's kind of the situation with Charlotte a little bit. Cena's leaving. He's not coming back. Cena have to put it all on. He got more to lose. Cody's going to be around. So if Cody wins this match, Cena still have time to get the title, get the 17th. He just won't get it tomorrow night. So if we talking about interference and all of that, I don't know. If we talking about clean, like right now in the current state, I'm gonna pick Cody Rhodes to beat John Cena, but we know it ain't gonna be clean. So it depends on who come. It depends on who come out, but I will rather add somebody to the match. That's my prediction. I think somebody should be added. You already did it over there on the first night. Do it again on the second night.
I pretty much said who I had winning already, but I didn't really go into it as far as I could have. Cody Rhodes will be here after the loss, then he can get it back. So I think the issue or what we're looking at is this is his first time officially wrestling John Cena as Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. We're not talking about Stardust and that goofy ass gimmick he had before he left. This is his first time really officially getting in there with him. So off of that, you've been a champ for a year, and this guy is about to leave, passing of the torch or giving flowers to a man who gave 20 plus years of his life to the business and giving him his 17. I don't think people put a lot of stock into the win and loss. I would lean towards, if I'm being unbiased, Cody Rhodes beat someone who had the title for 3+ years. You don't get that happening very often. When was the last time someone beat a champion who held the title that long? That's a very rare occasion. So there should be more respect on someone who does it. Cody Rhodes did that, which means that he should, by default, be in the position to beat Cena. But you can't take away what Cena has done. You can't take away all of those championships and all of those the fights. Argue with yourself about whether or not he earned them or whether or not he's overrated or can't wrestle. I ain't here for that. The record books show that he put in the work and the time, no matter how you feel about him. I give it to Cena slightly, just off of his tenure, off of his career, off of the strength of what he did to maintain the company when shit was dry. And it was a influx of new faces and this, that, and the third, from the Big Show having long hair to going bald, all like Umaga, Angle, Benoit, all of these different faces that came and went, and he was still managing to stay up here, whether or not he had a title or didn't. This would work out better for Cody to win, but it wouldn't be a bigger. All right, to the people that are watching and you, I'm going to give you my opinion. If I had to choose a main event between the winner of the triple threat, and I said this earlier, and the Cena Cody, I want to see Cena versus CM Punk. It's either Cena and Punk or it's Punk and Cody Rhodes. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see a remake of Reigns and Cody again. And I'm sure as hell don't want to see Rollins and Cody again. So it to me is going to be Cena and Punk. as far as you inserting a triple threat, Orton does not have any reason to be in the match. You just threw him in there because.
Well, my thing is Orton, because we're talking about records. See, the whole thing with the match is the record. Cena and Cody don't really have the lineage like that to be main event. They don't. You know, now Randy Orton got history with both. He got history with Cody, but he got a real rivalry with John Cena. And then I heard you mention that Cena, you want Cena and CM Punk. Well, the way it's gonna go, it don't matter. You only can get one match per card. And you gotta understand, these matches that you're talking about, they're gonna happen anyway. It's just gonna have to come in a different direction. So is John Cena gonna fight CM Punk at some point? Yes, he is. But he's gonna fight Randy Orton. He's going to fight maybe Roman Reigns again. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be this run that John Cena on. It's going to be reminders of all the rivalries that he had throughout his career, and he might fight a few new ones like a Gunther and all of them. But that's what the whole run about. So even if John Cena don't win, which in my opinion, if you gotta protect one or the other, you gotta protect Cody. Cody really been loyal. Well, I mean, I understand Cena want to get the record and all that. I get it, but it's not. This is not the time to do that. This is not the time to do that. Because for one, I don't think John Cena might have did a lot in the past, but I don't think currently that John Cena is doing or could do what Cody's been doing over the past year, and even more than that. Because this is his third consecutive main event. He main evented WrestleMania the last 3 years. This will be his third straight. And then another thing you got to realize, if Cody loses, the dream kind of go away a little bit. It's a mystique with the American dream and him holding that belt. So I understand the 17th. I get the 17th and all that, but I don't think it's gonna come tomorrow night. I think it's gonna come maybe later on down the line this year. And if I gotta pick somebody to beat Cody Rhodes, if we're talking about the championship, and we're talking about somebody pinning Cody Rhodes, at this point, I have to give it to the best in the world. That's the one that need. That's why I'm not picking him to win the triple threat, because he need that high stake match, and the match that he need the title. He want to close the show. Now, if he switched spots with Cena, then yeah, I would pick CM Punk to beat Cody Rhodes. You got me stating that right now. That's on the record. CM Punk is the one to pin Cody in that reign, because Cody ended one of the greatest reigns in modern wrestling history, bro. He ended it last year. So I don't think that's going to be over that quick. I think you got a little more time with the title. It still don't mean Cena is going to chase the 17 because the record is what he wants. It doesn't matter if it's WrestleMania or not. He wants the record. That's what he's chasing. And you still got six more months to do it. So I'm going to pick Cody, because I don't think he should get it right here. I think Cena should, he is booked to do a couple more dates. And if he's coming and wrestling on a normal basis, I think he's going to end up getting the 17th later on this year. But I don't think it should come right now, because you gotta, if he get it right now, look at all the opponents that he haven't even faced yet. He haven't been in the ring with AJ Styles. He haven't been in the ring with CM Punk, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns. Who else want to get in the ring with potential Brock Lesnar? There's a lot of opponents that he already didn't face that he got to run through all of that. So if it was me, I would have him chase a little more. Kind of like the situation with Jade. I don't think you should just give Jade Naomi on the platter like that and then say, okay, you beat Naomi, then go on to get the women's championship. You gotta the chase. Wrestling is about chase. That's why Cody got the belt. Cody was going to get they wanted Cody to get the belt the first main event. Everybody thought he was going to beat Reigns the first time. He lost. You see what I'm saying? So when he beat him last year, fans was more invested because Cody kept coming. You see what I'm saying? So if Cena lose, the story continues with the could he get the 17th before he retire? Because this is the last time.
I have a different opinion on it. I think he needs to get it now. I don't see him wrestling all of those people that you named. And if I'm not mistaken, Brock said fuck WWE. So I don't even know why you brought that up as an option. And here's the thing with this. You tell me that he loses the match and then what? He has to wait 3-4 months. He has to wait until his final month in the company to finally win it and then lose it. That don't make no sense. Let him get his reign out the way now. And then I think if I was booking this, right, I give the title to Cena now. Cena goes on a 6-month run. At that final month, he loses it. And he loses it to a specific person. It would mean more. Him losing tonight and then pursuing it weeks and weeks on end, maybe months on end, and then winning it, and then shit. Well, it took you 4 months to get the title, but you're about to leave, so you got to get it all for you. It don't really make that much sense to me to put it on him later on when he's gonna.
But the whole thing is the record, bro. You looking at how long he hold it. It's not about how long. He can hold it for a day. The record is the record. So that's the story. It's not about he needed for 4 months, 6 months. He don't need the belt that long. He already got 16.
You're not
all he.
But you're not understanding.
One title reign. That's it. That's all he needs. I
hear what you're saying.
And it'd be unfair. Also, it'd be unfair for him to run through everybody like that on his way out with that title. Because let's be honest, he's not a full-timer no more. All the stuff that you saying, he already did it back in the day. So come on, bro. He already did it. He already did all of that.
Here we go.
You saying at this point of Cena's career that he deserved to do that with the current talent that you got. Do that make sense? You're going to get the matches anyway. You're going to get the matches anyway. You're going to get those matches anyway. You're going to get the matchups anyway, whether you got the belt or not.
bro. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Because Roman Reigns jobbed and buried niggas for years. For years. He was burying people week after week consistently, and nobody said anything about that. Oh, there was no problem with that. But Cena gets he wins the title. You telling me he can't go on a successful run?
But
Are you
your
kidding
man,
me?
no,
He
because
put
your man can't.
he put
Your man came out and said that he is the human shovel. He buries people. He came out and said that.
And not to mention, I don't want to hear any of that because Reigns is right there with him. Then he's right there with him. Then now let's flip the script a little bit because Brock Lesnar ass didn't wrestle every fucking month. That nigga didn't show up every week. That nigga showed up every 4 months or some shit, and still won. So what are you talking about? Why is it impossible for Cena to do it? And Cena was way more connected, involved, and consistent than Brock was ever. So why is it so far-fetched for Cena to do it? But Brock can't, like, come on, man. You picking and choosing who can do what and get away with whatever. You telling
Brock,
me
but you
Cena?
just said Brock not in the element no more. He came and gone. He did what he had to do.
But he was. But when he was present, what did he do? People got pissed off. People were angry. People were everywhere on social media mad at that shit. He don't come enough. We tired of this. We need a champion on the show. Raw and SmackDown were hurting bad. The ratings were suffering bad because of Brock ass was never there.
So what you arguing is you saying that Cena should get the belt because he's going to be able to hold the full schedule of the full commitment of a champion.
No, what I'm saying is he has the right. No, I'm saying Cena has the right to be a full or part-time. He has the right. Brock did not deserve to be cutting short doing these vacations and shit. He didn't deserve Cena has been
and Brock is one hell of an athlete and he's been successful outside the company. So what you're saying is he should have had the belt, but at the same time, you're missing information about him putting eyes on the product because he did do that when he came back. He brung more viewers.
Let's not forget that. No one's contesting that at all.
Okay,
what I'm saying is
when it's about money, I'm just saying when it's about money, because we are talking about the business, it do come with perks. Let's not forget that. Did Brock Lesnar not deliver when he came?
You're leaving out one component. There was only one championship title. They were merged. There was only one champion.
And who did he take it from? And who did he take it from?
That's irrelevant.
He took it
the
from
point
John
is
Cena.
he had the only title. Of course he's going to be the draw. You have two now. So even if Cena is part-time, we know he's going to show up. It's not going to take him 3-4 weeks, 4 months to pop up and do it.
And then I got a better idea, because you keep talking about the 17, right? You just said it's more titles now. So my thing is, is Cody Rhodes, is that the only title? Because it's not. That's just one of the paths. If Cody closed the door on John Cena still can go and get the world title. He can get the 17th that way. I mean, he got months to do it.
But does the world title have the same does the world title have the same feel? Then, like, come on, like, be real here. Everyone is going after Cody's title for a reason.
Hey, but hold up, it's for a reason. But you the top man for a reason too.
Yeah,
Cody the top man for a reason too. Let's not just say it was just for the dream. It ain't just for that.
Put respect on Cody's name, man.
So what I'm saying is they might have changed the look of the world title, but the meaning still mean the same. Because if that's the case, we can take away the big gold belt reigns that Cena had, and he wouldn't be nowhere near this record. So it was a combination of, two belts for him to even get to this record. So that's what I'm saying. It's still a possibility. It's still a possibility of him getting it. He just gonna probably have to go another route.
It's not gonna mean the same going the other route.
Because it's WrestleMania.
If WrestleMania, and I'm putting myself in the eyes or in the shoes of a professional potential Hall of Famer, et cetera, I want to be the guy where the attention is the most. I want to be that person. I want to be the person that has the prestige around it, the most prestige, the most value behind it. I don't want the secondary. I want the first. No one wants to be second. And as much as I can say, Gunther is a great champion, he is not, and that title does not have the same impact behind it. So it's like Cena versus Cena versus Jey Uso for a title. No, that's not no draw. Cena versus Gunther for the title. Cena is a heel. Gunther is a heel. That's not going to happen. So I mean, yeah. I mean, hey, you got your pick. I got my pick. I ain't mad at your decision or what your reasoning. That's where I'm at with it.
But Cody's championship is only mean more is because of who he took it from. So going back to what you said about Gunther, it does matter. The champion, the person make the title. Ric Flair made the record because of who he was the champion. It was him. You could have put that belt on somebody else and it wouldn't have mean more than what Ric Flair did. You see what I'm saying? The person, the man makes the title. Title don't make the man. So you gotta be a great superstar, great wrestler, great talker, all of that. That's what makes the championship shine. That's what makes somebody want to get it. You gotta have all of that. And what I'm saying, Cody Rhodes is currently, he is the number one man in the industry because he took it from the number one man in the industry last year, Roman Reigns. So to be the man, you got to beat the man. I'm with you.
We're going to see what happens. I'm curious.
See. It's going to be some interference.
I mean,
I'm gonna still say triple threat. I hope it's a surprise. Triple threat. Let's protect somebody here. If Cena get the belt that way, I can live with that. I
mean, but he can still
deserve to lose. I don't think Cody deserve to lose the belt at WrestleMania. I'm gonna stand on that.
He can still do some heel shit.
What he did. Who?
He could still do some heel shit without a third party. and win?
Nah. That man sold out to The Rock. So the way I see it, he sold out to The Rock to even get this opportunity to get there. So you ain't see the chamber match, but CM Punk technically supposed to been fighting Cody, and that lets me know that Cena shouldn't beat Cody. It should be CM Punk, not Cena. In my opinion, that's my opinion. I understand the 17th. I get it. It's a payoff to everything he did in the company and all of that. He going out, but if we going off story, I'm picking CM Punk over John Cena to beat Cody Rhodes in that ring. That's my opinion, and I think it should take place next year. Give him at least another run, and Cody can drop it to CM Punk next year.
I don't know if we got any other, like, I don't watch wrestling no more. I must say that again. I don't watch no more. I still know the names, and it ain't like I've been away for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And just out of respect for what the day is, I had to do a recap or just like my own predictions for it. Whoever y'all got
or
winning.
Would you say this? Or would you say this? If Cena, and let's just say Cena the belt before, who should take the belt before Cena, retire with it, or who should defeat Cena as he go out this year to take it to WrestleMania next year?
The person that's going to take it off of him is going to either be Orton or CM Punk. Those are the two that I'm going with.
Two solid picks.
Don't come on, man. Don't get it twisted. I know the business, man. I know the history too. I would rather it be one of them.
Well, I'm glad you're admitting that Orton a little better than Cena. It's good that you were trying.
I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying he's the better candidate to get the job done.
Oh, he's better. You and I both know that.
I'm not about to do that. We're not about to do that.
You know what them titles be looking like?
Nah, what was I about to say?
But I would go Orton.
Is there anything you want to address before we get off here? Because
I would go Orton. Yeah, I would say Cena should get the belt. I would say Cena should get the belt maybe later on this year before his time up. I would have Randy go over on him as the last match before he leave, and then I have Cody go over on Randy to get it to WrestleMania with him and CM Punk. And I have CM Punk go over on Cody next year. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna book all that, but that should be the holders. If I'm talking about who should hold that belt, them they should be the holders. And then maybe Rollins and Reigns is gonna have to go for the other belt.
Let's address one thing before we get off here, because that was the main reason why I wanted to do this stream anyway.
Oh, here we go.
And maybe y'all can help me out in the comment section. Leave me a comment after the stream, during the stream. I want to know if you have a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. I don't know who y'all got on y'all's, but if you have a Mount Rushmore wrestlers, can they be replaced by someone in a newer era, a newer generation? Can the Mount Rushmore be replaced, period? Once you locked in who you got there, can they come off and be replaced by someone? That's the main reason why.
Absolutely. You know why? Because the business ain't just started. This business been going on for 60 plus years, sir. So when you talk about wrestling and you talk about the eras of wrestling, of course you're gonna have certain wrestlers to start it on if you make a Mount Rushmore. But as time go on and you go for another era and another era, it depends on most of the Mount Rushmores, to be honest, it's based off one superstar. One. And you only get one. And that one superstar, whoever he or she is based off their pedigree and what they did in that time span to make them superior. That's how you make a Mount Rushmore. So now, if you got one that's more dominant than the other then his ass come off that Mount Rushmore. It's that simple. Depending on what the person did in that era, you can be replaced. So getting to what you're trying to say is if John Cena, I'm going to state it because it's Big Match John, ain't it? That's what they call him, Big Match John. This Big Match ass take these crossroads, lose this title match. In the last match, main event, his ass coming off. He got to drop. Now, the reason why is because WrestleMania has always been the show of shows. It's the Super Bowl for wrestling. Every time you have a monumental match, it's considered, to me, is my opinion. I don't know about that, brother, but in my opinion, it's considered a legacy hit. You can either enhance your legacy or you can diminish it by a loss or a win. WrestleMania is the show of shows. It's the showcase of the immortals. That's what it's for. It's the best of the best. When you get the best of the best on the card, the fans is watching, the world is watching. We want to know who got it. So if you in that position, you gonna be judged. You supposed to be judged. You supposed to be critiqued. Yeah, it ain't. Don't nobody get no slaps on the wrist. You there to perform. You're there to perform, and based off your performance, that's what we going off of. Charlotte is under that eye. If she don't win, we can look at her a little bit. If Cena don't win, we're gonna look at him a little bit. That's the way it is, especially those one-on-ones. The triple threats, like Belair and Rhea and Reigns and them, CM Punk. But those one-on-ones for those title matches is huge when it comes to WrestleMania. And that's my opinion.
I just wanted to make sure to get you on record. Saying everything that you said, your explanation, no interruptions, nothing. So you guys heard it for yourself, his point of view. Now I'm going to give you mine. That is absolutely garbage. That's trash. That is false. That is inaccurate. It's impossible. If you look at the fucking Mount Everest or wherever this shit is, where you have the president's faces on there, none of them faces got carved out and switched out. They didn't take none of them presidents' faces off of there and then put Barack on there or put Trump on there. Those will be there forever until God decides to do something different with the earth. That mountain is what it is. No president will ever replace them on there. So if you look at it from that perspective, you got to look at it like, look, man, how many presidents we got? 44, 45 or something like that?
I disagree, because if you being honest,
nobody.
if you're being honest, if you look at those 4 that you named, you mean to tell me out of all those 4, you can't replace one of their ass out of the whole history of presidency? That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said
you said it don't change. You said it
no,
don't move.
What I
said on the record.
Exactly. All right. So all right. So to the 43.
And I'm telling you that it can change.
Go. All right. Go. All right. Go get your ticket. Go take your chisel. Go climb the mountain, and then you go carve a whole new face up there.
Hey, it don't take away that it should be done.
Go get you some. Go.
The Mount Rushmore. The Mount Rushmore of wrestling. We talking wrestling. We're not talking about president. But we can talk about wrestling right now. We can talk about basketball because it's been done. We can talk about football. We can talk about because we just had another one just came out with female hip hop rappers. Nicki Minaj ain't been out that long, and she in the Mount Rushmore. So you mean to tell me that she was in the Mount Rushmore since she started? Hell no. She had to have a career. She had to earn that, bro. She was not in the Mount Rushmore when it first began. She worked her way up, and she was able to be added with the other greats that came before her, bro. So it goes back to my argument. Out of all those presidents, you can't tell me out of 40-something presidents, 5, 6 presidents, that somebody's ass shouldn't come off. If you look at the stats, yeah, maybe you probably can take 2 of them off if we being fair. But what I'm telling you is that history keeps going. If somebody reaches a high achievement, then somebody that's on that Mount Rushmore, they coming off. Yeah.
I let you get your balls off. Let me get my balls off.
Hey, that's what it is. Go ahead.
I don't care about any of that. I gave you the best example that you could ever get. I put it this way. You can have a different era of Mount Rushmores, but you can't replace the Mount Rushmores of a specific era and throw in a generation years ahead of them and take them off. But you let's say, all right, from 96 to 2002, whoever's there is there, and whoever's from 2006 up is there. Now, if you want to argue about the people that was in that time frame and alter it, you can do that, but you can't take someone between 2006 and 2011, take them back to 97, 96, and then switch somebody out from that time frame. They're entirely different eras. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. We talking about all time. That's what we talking about. If we talking about all time, yes,
exactly.
All time meaning back then and currently. That's what all time means. It don't mean just back when the 90s. It mean now too. And it ain't no way you could tell. It ain't no way you could tell me that the women back in the day in the attitude era is better than the current product. It's no way. They're not better than them. Just because you want to pay homage, you can't ignore what we're seeing. That's what I'm saying. You can't ignore what's being behold of you. I'm not saying that you disrespect what came before you, but you need to have some acknowledgement of what you're looking at too.
I'll do this. Saying. No matter if Cena loses the match, statistics alone.
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Cody,
if
statistically
enough, if Cody wins, will he come up?
No, he won't.
If he wins, what's in it for Cody if he wins? What's about his legacy if he do win? He beat Roman.
If Cody wins, he doesn't replace Cena. Nigga, he might go up on the rankings. He doesn't replace Cena.
Do he crack top 10? I ain't say he replaced Cena. I didn't say that. I said Cena.
You made it.
I said Cena can get replaced if he don't win.
You said how does he, no? That's bullshit. Statistically alone, his numbers alone cannot be matched by half of the fucking people that you're trying to argue for.
This what I'm trying to tell you.
What are you talking about?
It's been a lot of WrestleMania main events. We can go to the history books and go WrestleMania 12, WrestleMania 9. All the greats been measured in that spot. Cena know what it's like to be in the spot. He lost and he won. You can't sit up here and say you're gonna give Cena credit for the championships that he won in the early 2000s, the early 2000s and stuff, and then you gonna give him a pass now. I can't do that. It's just like with LeBron. He lost finals in the past, and then he lost a couple of them up top. It's the same thing. You gotta hold that person to that standard, and he ain't gonna be no different. It's not just Cena. It's not just Cena. It's everybody that's on the card. Whoever's been the top person in their matches. If you're losing, it can affect your legacy. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a legacy.
Whatever you say.
This is a legacy right here.
I disagree. You can't take someone off of Mount Rushmore and replace them with somebody. That's just my opinion. Like, I don't know how y'all feel. That's just my opinion. Like, I ain't mad at your argument. Feel free.
That's my argument. I look at so basically what you saying is if he don't get penalized for losing, do we get a chance to go up for winning? Because I mean, if he win, nobody ever got 17, right? Have anybody won 17? Right? So do he get rewarded for that? Like what's in it if do he get the chance to go up? But you just said Cody climbs up if he wins. Because he has to go somewhere if he wins. He's leaping somebody. I never said he'll take Cena off. I'm just saying he's going up on all time. If he beats Cena, he comes up all time. Period.
He beat the all-time great about rankings or about lists. The only list that people care about is the Mount Rushmore list. No one cares about a top 10. They only care about the main ones. No one's thinking about everybody under 5.
Okay, well, if that's the case, this ain't even discussion then, bro. Because Cena's not in my Mount Rushmore. He might be in a few people, but he ain't in mine.
I already knew
if we talking about Mount Rushmore, the top 4, you are in that. That's where I'm at. Now, like I just said, if he wins, you can try to get me on record saying, will he be in there if he wins? I will be on record since we about to close. You'll have me on record. You got me on record. Hold up, this is on record. If John Cena wins tomorrow night in the last match and gets his 17th, if he can beat Cody clean, I'll put him in there. He'll leapfrog one of my guys.
No,
and I ain't say no names, but he goes over. But I can't give it to him if he can't do it straight up. That mean to me, I'm a competitor, so that means something. As long as it ain't no interference, I'll give it to him.
It don't that don't mean shit. Because that means all right, you take away all Roman Reigns wins then, because that nigga been cheating since he had the title. What the fuck you talking about? I don't want to hear shit about he got to win clean. This nigga Reigns been cheating. He had the Uso. He had everybody helping him for years.
Cody had somebody come out there and help him too. He had somebody come out there and help him too.
So where are we at now then? Because most of these people you talking about ain't.
I'm just saying, for him to crack in there, that's what he got to do to me. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. Hey, it's your list anyway. I'm not trying to change your list.
But in my opinion, Cody should go over.
And everybody else. So salutes.
Cody should go over in this match. Make no mistakes about it, because of what he pursued and he achieved. But I'm not taking away the fact that John Cena should get the championship in his last run. I'm not disputing that. I think he should get it.
We'll see. WrestleMania tonight.
I know it's a punish,
y'all gonna be watching. I'm just gonna catch
WrestleMania 41.
I will be catching the highlights. I won't be.
All you got to do is pay your subscription.
This was a good view, a good. Yeah, y'all go ahead and do that. I don't mess with the scripted shit. It's too predictable for me. I don't like that. They took the thrill out of it for me. So let's see how accurate my predictions are, though. I am curious to know about that. So we'll see. Let me know, bro. I know
for the record, let's just name our picks again, and then we'll close it out.
I had Gunther. I had Jade. I had Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
I had CM Punk and Cena.
Okay. And I took Naomi. I took Naomi, Jay Uso. I'm gonna take Charlotte. I'm gonna go ahead and take Cody, and I'm gonna pick Reigns, but I know Rollins might get it.
I'm sure you're right. So
I'm gonna stand on that. If Rollins win, then yeah, I understand.
All right. Well, we're gonna find out here soon. We gave y'all the predictions.
I keep you posted. That's 5 matches, right? 5. Hey, it's in 5. Oh, no, Lakers in 5.
Yeah, you have fun with that. You have fun with that. Y'all enjoy the event, though. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of highlights. I'll be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna be back on later on at 9. So if y'all still around, pull up. It's not gonna be Russell talk though. So tap in. I do got something I want to get off my chest later. This was fun, man. This was fun. I appreciate you for tapping in. Anything you want to say to the people before we close out?
Yes, sir. I want to give thanks. This is WrestleMania weekend. I want to give thanks, man, and appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You allow me to make my triumph and return and come back, and hope we can schedule more for the future. But this was a good topic. We could probably go into something different maybe later on down the line, but this was necessary. I'm glad we got this off our chest. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you, though.
Salute. Well, I'm gonna let you up off here, get prepared for the show. I'm about to get something to eat and whatnot. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Do me a repost. Let the people know what we was doing up here. Share your comments, your thoughts, and your views on WrestleMania. Who you got winning, losing, all that good stuff, man. We up out of here.
We the ones, baby. We the ones.